So, hey everyone, thanks for listening. And my name is Cecilia, and I'm here to present Ellure. So at Ellure, we're here to create beauty products that are loved by people and the planet. And our first product is a personalized liquid lipstick. This is probably what you see when you go to a beauty store, an overwhelming amount of products. But still, it's very difficult for people to find something that suits them. And the reason is very simple. Not only because we are very different in skin color, undertone, and lip color, but also that as our society develop, mass-produced products already cannot fulfill the diversity of people, and we don't feel that there's a sense of self in the mass-produced product. People are craving for personalization. And although cosmetic industry is trying to catch up, it is very difficult for them to match the diversity of people. And by doing so, they are creating an excessive amount of waste. And at Ellure, we believe the solution lies in mass personalization. And by doing so, we can democratize customer-made beauty products and set a new standard in the beauty industry. We have been developing this solution for 3 years, since 2017. We met during at student time in KTH. And since then, we have built a web-based AR system where customers can try the color in AR, and a very small-scale production machine that can realize more than 10,000 different colors within 1 minute with the precision of 0.01 gram. And we also have an algorithm that can compose the color the customer designed to their liking. And also over the last year, we have designed and registered a lipstick formulation that is also suitable for automation. For the team, I am Sela, I'm presenting. I met my co-founder Mark during our EIT human-computer interaction study in the Netherlands. And then we moved to Sweden, where we found our other co-founder, Jasmine. I'm now acting as CEO and in charge of business development. Mark is the CTO. He's doing both hardware and software. And Jasmine is responsible for customers and product development. And if you live in Sweden, probably our ads running on Instagram. I'm going to show you. So this is one prize in using data to validate our business potential. We launched this ad with very small fee, almost near to nothing, in March this year, and we already accumulated 500 people on the waiting list, and it's growing every month. And we have been also supported by some of the most prestigious business challenges and the Swedish innovation agency Vinnova. And to be mentioned, last year in November, we were sent to New York by KTH, where we won a 1-year office overseeing Central Park in New York. Lipstick is a very small product, but it has a giant market. Every year, there's 1.5 billion sold, and every second, that's 48. Imagine how big the demand is and how much waste that can produce. Our business model is quite simple. At first, we understand that this is a quite competitive and red ocean market, but we would like to penetrate the market by being a purpose-driven brand. Initially, our plan is to launch both physical and online shops this year, but unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we only will launch the AR web shop actually in 2 weeks. And so this is the go-to-market strategy. And once we have established this business model, made revenue, and proved that our system will work, we will sell also to other brands. And to scale up, we will also extend to other product offering. So in terms of scalability, we would like to not only expand to nail polish, liquid eyeshadow, eyeliner, basically any liquid cosmetic products, but also geographically to other countries. This is because the setting of our technology is quite simple, and we believe it's quite scalable.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. The time is up.
Very good.
Time for some questions. For those, since there's a lot of people that joined the call later after the introduction, we will, per usual, start with 2 questions from the jury, 2 or 3 questions from the jury, and then there's a chance to cover some questions from the audience that are written in the chat. So if you have questions, write them in the chat. Let's start in this case with a question from Philip from the jury.
Thanks for that presentation, Sela. What about as a non-lipstick wearer myself, how does the quality of the product compare to the leading brands, and how do you compare on value for money, would you say?
Yes, thanks for the question. So can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So yes, we have bought all the popular brands in the market. We have compared our quality, and I am very confident it's one of the best in terms of durability, the saturation of the color, and also we have used the best top-notch material to produce. We don't have so much cost in the material itself because we don't need to overproduce. So actually, we can put all the money in the best material. In terms of the pricing, we now set it at 300 SEK, that's around 30 euros. Reason being that the perceived quality of a lipstick is actually dependent on its price. And we want to be a bit less expensive than those top-notch brand, can be up to 60 euro, but also a little bit more expensive than the mainstream high street brand, because of the nature of customization.
And the logistics that go with it. So when you have your machines in store, presumably then you have to keep topping up or supplying top-up materials.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
So right now we are designing cartridges to be fulfilled. But those, as you can imagine, one lipstick is 5 grams. If you have a cartridge of, let's say, 200 grams, that can actually last quite long.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one part of the cartridge. And the other part is actually we don't know yet. We didn't try yet how to sell this physically, but our plan was not to put it in stores. Basically, the reason is that in cosmetic industry, you have to do revenue share with your vendors, kind of like shop-in-shop model. And they took quite much. They took quite a big chunk out of your sales. So we are thinking about of a less popular space, but people can actually come and just enjoy the service, because we actually believe that just by being there, we can become the conversation spot. And actually, real estate owners would love us to just be there and just kind of activate the space.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Let's take a question from Mike as well.
Hi, thanks for that. Have you got any sort of patents, or what's the invention that you created behind all of this?
Yes. So we don't have a patent yet. Main reason is we thought over it. We are a small company. We think if this is popular, big companies will follow up. We don't have the money to defend it. And so why do we need to apply for a patent when we are so small? But we actually got some funding secured, so we will do it this next year. We know we have identified the patentability of certain core parts, and right now we are maintaining it as a trade secret. So that's the patent part. But apart from it, we have a lot of trials and errors in the formulation that we produce. That's one of our main know-how in how to automate such a system, because as you can imagine, the traditional liquid lipsticks are quite thick. You can't really how to say what is it's called this you cannot really have them in really small quantity accurately. And also one of our advantages is also the web system that we have built, and also the algorithm, which you cannot have a patent, but it's a proprietary algorithm that we believe nobody else have yet.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much.